Morning world, my name is Marko Hainen. I'm born in Finland really long time ago, and today let's make it clear I'm real and I give you some statistic and the facts, as those are the number one in nowadays. Anybody who provide paperwork without proof, they're scammers. They just want to get into the details. I have actually official Finnish flag state certification. What ship, when, what position and where. I have a Norwegian cruise line official certificate. What ship, when and what position. And of course, I've been on the cargo ships, oil tankers, private yachts, cruise liners, ferries. I've been everywhere. What I'm going to show you, not so many people have. Some do have, yes, but I have a very large collection here in front of me. So let's start it, what I'm looking for. Those of you who are not working for any companies, maritime companies, do not contact me. I get so many from Nigeria, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, even in the USA. And what they want, their individual persons know any company workers with the Gmails, Yahoos and stuff. And what they only want is my CV with all the confidential details and all those ones. And they promise like $20,000 per month. Come on. I've been working at sea since 1984. 1st of June 1984. I know the things. I have a documentation over there when I start working, sorry. So those of you, do not contact me. Every single of you who claims to be headhunters, only you're looking for my paperwork, my certificates, and do nothing. You can, yes, contact me, but only provide my information to the company, and then company contact me, not you. I don't like to deal with the scammers, but I do have to face it. Last night was again one of those ones in the USA. Claims to be, have a 500 connections, but then prove no evidence what position they are looking for to hire me or provide the company for me. They just say, oh, I might have some position for you, and I saw you that you're looking for the work, you're looking for the now, or you're planning for the future. No. I'm looking now, and any company who want to have a safety officer or security officer on board or fleet-wide, I can do either of them. I have so much experience, so many years experience dealing with the Coast Guard, classifications. I've been in about 20 times on the dry docks, reconstructions, and just the normal dry docks time as a safety officer and a security officer. So let's go through a little bit in the facts. So I started back in 1990, I started on the ferries. That time, of course, that was between Finland and Sweden, and then Finland and Estonia, that time under Soviet rules. 1992, I went to the Radisson Diamond, unique, one of the kind, twin hull cruise ship on the world, 5-star, under Finnish flags. I was there 1992, 1994. Good one. That was really good. So, but let's go to the cruise ships, because I want you, if you are guest of the cruise ships, I'm really good talking to the guest. We talk about that one a little bit later over there, but I have a really good relationship with the guests. No matter what they're asking or questioning, or they want to have some information on board. So I started back in 1997 on the Star Cruise. That was positioned in the Superstar Gemini, who just got the fire when they were leaving on a Singapore to outside, and the ship was burned really bad. I got the call from the agency, and they want to hire me as a security officer over there. I was their security officer. Unfortunately, I don't have any name tag over there, because after a certain time I was promoted as a security manager, and this is one of the unique name tag from the Star Cruise from 1997, and these are plastics. I have so many of those ones because I was so many years in a Star Cruise. I have to deal with several different type of experience. So this is the first name tag that I have. Getting a little better, bigger, different colors. And then comes to the long serving, but not yet that long serving. This is the one of the unique loyalty name tag made by Star Cruises at that time. You see it in here, 1 star, meaning that I have been serving there in a long, long time, more than 3 years. Then you get the gold one, and this is not the plastic anymore. This is some kind of really nice gold star. This was the one. And then once you're serving in a longer time in a Star Cruise, you get the 2 stars, more than 5 years over there. I'm the one of those ones, and I was actually number 5 security manager in a Star Cruise. When it comes to how many security officers and managers was in the beginning, and I was number 5 on the fleet in that time. Years passed by, and of course I was then when the Star Cruise actually bought it, NCL. I was actually promoted from the Star Cruise of my all qualifications, my shipboard experience all around in the world in my previous times, to the NCL. I started as a firefighter. There we go, NCL, firefighter. And yeah, they have a Finnish flag over there as well. Firefighter. And this was typical, this was in 8th of August 2004. I had a certification just in front of me. In this name tag, I wear 114 days. So, that was a good time. I was there since 8th of August 2004 until 13th of September 2006. 18th of July 2006 as a firefighter. So I have a lot of 2 years experience in that time as a firefighter. I've been on it 2 times as a firefighter in NCL. 2 different times. You can hear the record on this one. So I started with 2004 in NCL. Then of course, during the Christmas time, I'm from Finland. You know what is Finland about? I was a Santa Claus over there. I was a Santa Claus in NCL. I like to entertain the people, families. But then of course, time passed by. 20th of July, I was promoted again in the NCL under the Orient line. I was safety manager. This is the Orient line name tag. Orient line really qualified, really long-term ship, and exploring all around the world. We went to the Antarctica, we went all the way to the north of Norway, Svalbard, Svalbard, very nice places. Marco Polo is considered as an exploration ship. We have a really loyal customers, and this is the comes to the situation. My office as a safety manager over there was in the main deck, embarkation deck in the port side aft. All our loyal guests, they sailing with us in like 4 to 6 months in every time, and they come in really frequently on my office and just talk about in the world what is the good port to visit, where we've been, can we go over there, what we do over there. And I was actually in the Marco Polo, I was there actually really long time. So I started on the 20th of July in Marco Polo, and I finished in the 23rd of February 2008, again in the 2 years over there. And I have these ones, and these ones are not the plastic name tag. These are really well made and quality name tags. These ones are even with the magnet. These are the evening uniforms with the magnet. So after the Marco Polo, of course, I went back to the NCL as a safety manager, Norwegian Dream. I was there in April 19, 2008, in many times over there, until I went to the Dream and I went to the Majesty in that time until August 23rd in 2008. So then comes the funny part. Then comes the, can you imagine, 16 years break from the NCL. 16 years. And I was rehired as a firefighter again. The plan, this is going to be a little bit difficult for me to explain in a normal way, but as I've been on the NCL, I know the system, so it was over there. And they actually placed me on the wrong cabin. As a deck officer, as a firefighter, they're supposed to give what is on my contract. They're supposed to give it to me outside cabin, single cabin, in the deck department. They put me in the inside cabin, double bunk cabin, inside the bar department corridor, alleyway, where the bar department comes over there in every morning, 2 to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they start making parties. As a firefighter, if I cannot sleep during the night time, that is a disturbance. In case of emergency, could I do my whole duty since I cannot even sleep? So they did not give me any options. They did not give me the cabin what is under my contract. So they give me options. You stay over there or you resign. And as I cannot perform my duties when I give in the wrong cabin, I have to leave, unfortunately. This is the fact. I did not resign because any stupid reasons. I resigned because the human resource failure. Follow the contract rules what I have it. So, after that one, of course, good old Seaburn. Seaburn. Back to the security jobs. And this one is a silver, and this is not the plastic again. These are silver color name tags because you are new hired security officer in Seaburn. I was there in a long time, and I did it actually the old Seaburn Spirit and Seaburn Bride. I did it both of those ones. So I have really 4 different name tags over there. Seaburn was that time, it was managed by the V-ships over there, and my position on the Seaburn that time was temporarily filling in security officer. So I went to ships and covered the vacations over there. I was not in a permanent. Hold on for a moment, I will be back soon. So
welcome back.
Yeah, Seaburn was actually Seaburn is. I was in Odyssey in the last one, just after she came out from the dry dock and she was rebuilt. I think they made it in 1 or 2 contracts for the security officer in that time on board in Odyssey when I was put it over there for the 1 contract only. And then of course after the Seaburn it has been back in the Star Cruise. I was actually on Star Cruise has actually on 3 different companies, 3 or 4 different companies, 1, 2, 3, 4 different companies in that time. It was because of the relocation on the ship. So I was one of the first security manager on when we started on the cruise ships from South Korea to North Korea, and it was under the Hyundai Merchant Marine. So we did it in a lot of traveling, and it was one of the old, I think it was sister ships for the lab boat. In what we have it and reconstructed and a little bit made it, and we had a lot of good guests on South Korea to the North Korea, and we had a one minor incident in the North Korea in that time when we were detained over there because one of the guests picked up the stone, and they were of course looking for everybody and everywhere, and they busted that guest, and it took a long time. And this is not the fake news. It was made it on the news on the CNN in that time as well. We got it out from the 4 days because we are started running out of the on the food. So after that time, of course, back in the Star Cruise itself, I did it as one ship. I can't remember what ship was it. I was a safety officer in the Star Cruise reconstruction in one of the ships on the dry dock, and it was Singapore in that time, yeah. And of course, as a safety officer on a Henna cruise line, which is she was then renamed over there, and this is the one of the Star Cruise sister companies. I cannot remember the company name anymore because it's so long time, but this one is the one of those ones in what we're sailing on. I was there as a security manager over there. This company was really short time on a Star Cruise, and then of course I have to say that, you know, as a really loyal worker for the NCL, not so many people have this one. I still have 10 years on the NCL. I like the NCL. Even some mistakes, like every company do the mistakes. If you in NCL, you want to rehire me, get me on board. I'm the trainer. I can still join you as a safety officer. Or I can start it as I done it in before already as a firefighter, and then when you get the vacancies as a safety officer, of course I can do that one. And this one, not so many people have for the Norwegian Dream. This name tag is very unique, and not so many people have this one. Let's put it over there, if you can see it. Yes, and of course 10 years on the NCL. So any cruise line company, Holland America. I like Holland America ships based on the Seattle or anywhere. You can hire me. Seaburn. I know the quality of the cruising. Customer satisfactions. I'm really good talking with the guest when there is some kind of either talk or some kind of questions will need to be answered. I'm really good on that one. RCCL. So, RCCL, NCL, Carnival, P&O, Hapag. I can talk in Germany a little bit. I live in 4 years in Austria, but not that fluent in Germany. You're the big companies. You need a lot of qualified people. I'm the one of those ones. So now you have a chance to hire me. You send me a message, I contact you within the 24 hours. I will be signed a contract within the 2 weeks. Of course, as you know, everything needs to be talked, clarified, and make sure that everything is both parties happy. 3-3 contracts, no problem for me. I'm the worker when you come on board, safety and security orientated. I keep the guest happy, I keep the crew happy. I can make hard decisions. I've been on emergency situations, I've been on the ship fires, I've been on the ships where the people committing suicide, domestic violence. It's no problem. I solve those ones. So now is your chance. Hire me. You will not disappoint. Until next time. Bye bye.